I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All righty, we got our, I want to make an announcement here. I've got my newly elected pastor here that's going to pray tonight, and I want to say how proud I am of him and his wife. They've taken care of our church for the last really almost a year with the passing of our former pastor. So Michael Luttrell from Restoration Life is here to pray for us today.
Jesus, we love you tonight. We thank you for our community. We thank you for this group of individuals, God, that serves and leads our community. God, I pray blessings over them and for their families, God, that you would keep them, protect them, bless them, and Lord, grant them wisdom to make the right decisions in everything that is done. We thank you. We give you praise and honor. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Okay, we'll call the meeting to order. All the magistrates is here. We need to get the approval of our meeting minutes from December the 19th.
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
All right, motion by Danny. Second by Kevin, all in favor? All right, motion carries, thank you. Don't want to finish business. We'll move on to new business. Kenny, your director's report.
Well, we had this little skip of snow. Everything went pretty well. Of course, you have your few little hiccups on your first go around, but everything worked out pretty well. We went out an hour early this morning. What we do, we bring them in like an hour early. We get done in time. We go home an hour early, to kind of save on time and all that. So, but we've been trying to do a little ditching, but with the weather and everything, and people going back towards the doctors, kind of run a little hiccup on that. But I think we're gonna start a little project over there to clean out a bridge here in
The Spree Farm Road.
Spree Farm Road, and we're gonna start that tomorrow. Then after we do that, get that project done, we're gonna turn that piece of equipment back in until the weather, because it ain't gonna need us paying for anything sitting around. So I think we'll turn it back in, and once we get the weather and the help, then we'll start her again. So.
I will say on your claims tonight, you'll see where we got the $4,000 for rental on that equipment. And I talked to Danny Clark today about that, and he said to go ahead and pay that claim, and then he will just credit us for that time when we go back to pick the mini up, so we can use it again to finish out that month. So he's not going to make us pay the full amount and not get used to the equipment. Committee report, Brad?
Yes, we, I don't know if this needs to be in the claims or not, discussed the 550.
It's in the claims already, but yes, you can go ahead and talk about that.
Okay, the committee voted to purchase a 2012, I think it's right, F550. Kevin done the research on it, and we're gonna replace the F350 that's transmission's getting bad and just don't wanna have to put it in the junk pile, so we're gonna probably purchase it. We're gonna go look at it. If it's as good as it looks on the pictures, then I think it's a good deal. So, and we, of course, we hired Max Schaus at the road department. I think he starts the 22nd if everything goes right. He's got his,
We'll approve that tonight.
okay, he's got his Class A CDLs and says he can operate equipment, and he's got some maintenance background, so hopefully that'll work out good for the road department. And thanks to Travis for getting the tools they needed out there. And we discussed getting the paver inside when they have room to go on and get it serviced and see what's wrong with it and have it ready for the spring, so we don't have to we need to get started as soon as we can,
Yeah.
doing it in-house and the mowing tractor, we're gonna get it in the shop and work on the dry shaft and get it ready for the bush hogging season. And that's all we got.
Have you heard anything from Aaron on the boom, tractor?
Yeah, he was waiting on the machine shop. They were boring some kind of hole or something, and he's just waiting on them, so.
And then as far as the brakes on the grader,
Yeah, waiting on the air dryer, it was bypassing and all the air was going out. Of course, he got the rest of it fixed, the air line going into the governor was broke off. He got that fixed without replacing the governor. And probably be this week, it'll be ready. I mean, they're working now, be careful, but, better than what they was.
yeah. One more thing while I'm thinking about it, Kenny, I wonder if for some way we could, on that 550, if we could wrap a chain around the rail all the way up around the bed rail also, because here's my concern, it's top heavy,
Yes, sir.
and when you hit them bad spots in the road, it's rocky.
Yeah, when we first got that, I had more support underneath there to keep it from sliding like it does, but we can try to put a chain
We need to do
around.
something because
It is.
I've got millions of miles on me and it rocked on me yesterday and I got some salt off the side. So
Yeah, it does.
and I wasn't running too fast and it wasn't a bad road, so.
Yeah.
We need to be careful with that, so
Yeah,
we
yeah,
need to do
it's,
something on that.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to get a motion to buy this truck. You got how much is that?
38,000.
38,000.
It's on the claims as well.
Yes, yes, but just so,
I'll make a motion, Bud.
okay, to buy the 550. Get a second? All right, second by Brad, all in favor? All right, motion carries, thank you. Okay, now the hiring of Mike Shells. Y'all interviewed him?
Yes, I move that we hire Mike, Sauls,
Shells.
Sauls as our new employee for the department.
All right, got a motion? Second by Kevin, all in favor? All right, you'll start next month.
One second.
Okay, planning and zoning solid waste, Jason?
Yeah, so last month we had 19 electrical permits, 16 building permits. The next Board of Adjustments meeting will be January 22nd at 7 p.m. here. And we don't have anything on the agenda for the February 14th planning and zoning. So now, we got some reappointments that need to be done for Board of Adjustments and planning and zoning. The board members for Board of Adjustments is Richard Rydell and Matt Jackson. And for planning and zoning, it is Mike Ray, Terry Rowlett, and Leo Mason. And I have spoke to all of them and they're all willing and wanting to proceed.
Was Leo filling out a position?
Yes,
Oh, okay, yes, that's right.
yeah, he was filled out, so it's time for him to.
We probably need to make that in two motions, one for the Board of Adjustments and one for the planning and zoning.
I'll make a motion to reinstate both of the guys on the Board of Adjustments, Richard Rydell and Matt Jackson.
All right, got a motion? Who seconded that?
Here.
Okay, all in favor? All right, opposed? All right.
I'll make a motion to reappoint Mike Ray and Terry Rowlett and Leo Mason to planning and zoning.
Got a motion? Second. All right, all in favor? Opposed? Okay, motion carried. All right, Parks and Fairgrounds. Toby?
Yeah, I've been doing general maintenance on all the parks and fairgrounds, painting, changing the fence posts, and boards out on the fence that's been out. Also had 2 of my mowers that's been, them through, last season. For the parts being on back order, I got them in the shop and got those fixed. So they're due to be picked up tomorrow. That's all I have.
All right. Any questions for Toby? This is kind of a slow time of the year for Toby, but we usually find him something to do.
Can I add something to Toby?
Yeah.
So, I'm planning, or solid waste coordinator too. So when there's times where I have to pick up big stuff off the side of the road, I just wanna give him credit, cause I call Toby to help me a lot, and he does, he helps me a lot, so I just wanna give him credit in front of everybody that he does help me with other things other than the parks.
Yeah, and then, being on that note, the road department did help us the other day too,
Absolutely.
down
That was a big help.
on, Mill Creek. It was a refrigerator box with all the styrofoam was thrown in the creek, and it was probably 25 feet down there, so me and Jason went down, we decided we was gonna have to have some assistance on that.
Yeah, it wasn't a hill, it was the actual where they.
Guardrails
fixed
and,
the creek from cutting into the road, it was a straight 25-foot drop. It wasn't a a steep slope,
Yeah, you're straight up and down.
straight up and down.
but they helped us out on that, so thank you all. All right, fairgrounds lease. When they come to us about the lease on the fairgrounds to get this grant, and that all went well, but they need a 20-year lease, to make sure that they could get this grant. So we need to change our, lease from a 1 year to a 20-year lease on that.
Renewed annually.
Renewed annually. And Cassidy's already, wrote it all up and got it ready to go. We just need approval to do
I'll
that.
make a motion.
A motion by Brad, second by Ed, all in favor? All right, thank you. Yeah, that lets us get that, funding for these lights, and there's gonna be a lot of things that I think we're gonna be able to improve here on the fairgrounds property, and, we can get these grants, and it really helps. And then remember also that we are gonna start working on this building sometime this coming month, so we may have to change our venue for a month or 2 or 3, for our meeting place, but we'll let you know on that, how quick we get started on it. All right, the bids for, the baseball field fencing, you wanna talk about that, Travis?
Yeah, so the baseball field fencing was advertised for bids, no bids were received. So I spoke with our auditors to see what the process was at that point. She said we just needed to acknowledge it in the fiscal court meeting, and then we could proceed forward. I reached out to 2 local fence companies, and I had a third company call me a couple times on specs, but no bids were received. So I don't know.
This is a backstop.
This is the backstop and actual field fence, yeah. Which is gonna be over the bid threshold, so that's why it was advertised, but.
Part of it's Roger's fault, he talked one of the guys out of bidding on that.
I wouldn't bid it either.
That's right, he didn't bid.
I did you a
That's
favor.
a job, isn't it?
Yeah, I did you both a favor.
So they just need to be acknowledgement, I guess, is that? Or it's in the minutes.
So we're gonna have to try to find somebody that'll do it. So we'll be working on that, just so everybody knows. And then, we need a approval for the park committee to review and hire a full-time park employee, cause it'll be grass mowing time before you know it, and if they're hiring somebody that's already got a job, they'll need a couple weeks to put their time, to give the notice and that kind of thing. So we really need to go ahead and get that, ball rolling. So if we can get approval to let the park committee and Toby and Travis get someone hired.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, a motion by Brad, second. Second by Danny, all in favor? All right, we'll let you know what we can find out. He's already got several applications.
About 4 or so, 4 or 5.
So that's we get that job filled will be good. Okay, animal services, Danielle?
Yes, sir. For the animal shelter, we had 6 adoptions last month, bringing in $605. We had donations of $940. We had 1 pet license for $5 and food donations of about $900, receiving a total of $2450 for the grand total of what the shelter brought in last month. As far as animal control goes, from the day I started to the end of the month, we had 8 stray out calls, 9 nuisance calls, 1 bite report, and at least 5 after hours calls, and multiple follow-ups.
All right, any questions for Danielle? All right, committee report, I know y'all met, Roger.
We did, we met with Cassidy about the updating the ordinances for the county, and then also the fees, rates and fees for Danielle to be able to implement when she gives somebody a citation. I think we're going to move forward with that in the next meetings where we can vote on approving the ordinance updated. And then we did interview 4 people eligible for the part-time position. And are we ready to? So we would like, it was Cassie Eldridge was recommended for us to hire, and we, as a committee, I think we came up with her as a choice for the part-time employee to hire.
All right. We got a motion on the floor then to hire Cassie,
Cassie, C-A-S-S-I-E.
Eldridge. Okay, second by Carl, all in favor? All right, motion carries, thank you. Yeah, that'll be good to get us that other person in there. I think it's gonna make the animal shelter go a whole lot better because we got enough help, and that will improve things a whole lot. And thank you to the committee for putting in the time I know there's a lot of involvement there with the different things with the putting in the different fees and that kind of thing, but them's the original fees, I guess, isn't it, Roger?
Yeah, well, we've got a committee meeting with Trimble County, I think it's January 23rd, 4th.
Did you move it to the 3rd?
No, I hadn't moved.
Because the 4th is not gonna work.
Okay, and then we're gonna go over with with Trimble County so that the interlocal or the standard operating procedure can address the fees the same for both counties.
Yes, that's good. All right, thank you all.
Do we have a start date for?
The 22nd.
January 22nd.
Ma'am?
All right, Economic Development Committee, Roger.
Yeah, the committee officially hadn't met last meeting. We did have lunch together and discuss a few things, but it was just, and then the Economic Development Committee prior to this meeting, we had election of officers. Amy Charles is now the chair of the committee. Mike Ray will be the vice chair, and Barbara Ford is going to be the secretary treasurer. It was just a meeting of discussion for us to move forward, actually, so nothing official came out of it.
One more thing on economic development, Roger, I hadn't even told you, I just found this, Jack Bragg just called me back today, but, they're working on the soundings for the, to know how deep the rock is on the Pendleton Sewer Project. And they had a hard time getting approval from the state to be able to get that done. So they have got that done now, and I did talk to Jack about whether we could run in their easements. He said he would rather not discuss that, but he did tell me that he will get us the information from where they got all the property easements, cause some of those names that Rob can't get, they may already have and save Rob some footwork. So hopefully he'll get me that in the next day or two. We can get that to Rob and move that forward a little more. All right, Sheriff's report. Keith?
We responded to 298 calls from KSP Dispatch, responded to 92 calls coming in directly to the Sheriff's Office, issued 46 citations and criminal summons, had 42 criminal arrests, 19 warrant arrests, served 91 court papers, had 49 vehicle inspections, 10 carry concealed license, and had 13 drug charge arrests.
All right, any questions for Keith? Thank you. Okay, this 24 salary schedule, you got the different salaries. This is something we have to do every year to approve the salary schedule. We just need a motion to approve this salary schedule is all we need on that. That's just required by the auditors.
I move that we approve the salary schedule.
All right. Second by Kevin, all in favor? All right, motion carries. Thank you. Okay, the committee appointments, I think everybody's got it in their packet. Everybody but me. I don't know what I did with mine. But let me see if we're looking, Ken, it's on top, that's the problem. But I would like to just leave everybody on the same committees that they had last year, if that's okay with all of you guys. I think you're doing a good job and I appreciate it, so I would like to just reappoint everybody to their committees for another year. Is everybody okay with their committee? All right. Sounds good. All right, thank you.
Roger, give me a little practice for that interview we had Friday, so I know what to do in the next one.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Are those appointments from you or can you come up?
from me.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, the United Citizens Payroll Fund revolving balance of $75,000. I'm gonna let Travis talk about this just so he can explain it.
So this is actually payroll, which is Amanda, but what it is just to be able to have our zero balance be at 75,000, because with the bank, the way our auditors are requiring it is we have to take a physical check to the bank for the transfer from our operating fund to our payroll fund. So in order for time for the money to be able to get in there and checks go out that next day, there could possibly be a little time gap in there where it's not there when it's ready to go out. So basically what they stated is we just needed to set and approve it in fiscal court what our revolving balance would be in our payroll checking fund.
That
75 will cover a payroll where she doesn't have to worry about getting the check in that same day.
That'll be really just our zero balance where we start at, and then that way we'll always have that 75,000 in there, because as soon as she knows.
Yep, I would.
I don't understand, the auditors want it this way, but and she needs to have the exact number, so she can, until she does payroll, she don't have an exact number, because sometimes the hours change, and so that messes the whole payroll system up. So that's the reason we need to just vote to put the 75,000 in that payroll account, and then, because the payroll account is not an interest-bearing account, it can't be. But, and that's the only thing can run through it is payroll. So if we can do it this way, that will remedy a lot of our issues with this new software. So I just need a motion to approve us putting the 75,000 in.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Brad, second by Ian, all in favor? All right, motion carries, thank you. Okay, the discussion on Troutman Hill is the next thing on the agenda. we've been dealing with this, and I can't get anybody from the state to call me back. I don't know if they never work, or Joe Moberly, he'll answer my call as soon as I call him, but he can't make this decision. And it was done in 2019, and now they're talking about maybe we need to get an engineer to do the drawings for the road, and it's, who knows how much it's gonna end up costing. I called the main office, District 5 main office last Wednesday. They still hadn't called me back. And I called again today. I called Squirrel at Frankfurt, and he said, he gave me another name to call. I called that, and they didn't answer, and I left them a message. But I'm not sure, when you call the main office at District 5, it comes up a recording, and it's still about COVID. I mean, so they must not have changed anything, and they may not have worked since COVID. I really don't know. But it's frustrating that you can't get a hold of anybody. And it'd be different if I didn't leave messages, but just know that we are trying on that, and hopefully we can get that resolved here in the next little while, because I'm moving up the chain now to try to get it done. So we'll see what we can do. I just hate to drag it out. I know you guys don't want it drug out, but I can't make them do anything.
Right.
Kenny?
I'm glad you brought up Troutman. Driven Church, they're ready to move forward. I guess they're going to build a building. Do you remember a couple of years ago where they wanted us to close off that little cut through there in front of the church?
That's what we talked about.
Okay, yeah, because she called me yesterday and said they was ready for us to.
So they're planning on building a building?
I guess so, yeah, because she called me
Well,
yesterday.
they're gonna
No, we're gonna
initially,
put a septic, they want to put a septic system in that area. Put a bathroom in the church, put a septic system in that area.
Okay, so if that's the case, they can't build a building on a septic system.
Yeah.
Because if they're planning on building a building, we are going to have engineered drawings, and, because
well,
they
one
got.
time they was talking about, I think Harry can answer this, they was gonna raise the church up and move it forward,
Yeah.
put a basement under it or something.
I think that's,
That
from what
fell
they
through?
told me last week, that's,
I figured it would when I heard him talking about it.
Yeah,
yeah.
they'd go away pretty fast, I'd say, when they go getting a bid on that.
Yeah.
Yes, I just know she said something about they're ready to move forward with the building, so that's when I look at,
Yeah, so we will, like I say, we'll get something done if we can, and, I mean, really, to me, if it's gotta have engineered drawings and all that, then the church would have to pay for all that, because they're the ones that it's gonna be benefiting.
Yeah.
We
We can pay
can't
for it.
put no $40,000 or $50,000 into that. But we'll work on it. All right, claims and transfers, any questions? Can I get a motion?
I'm not making any more motions tonight. I motioned
Make
out.
them all.
I will, go ahead, I ain't scared.
All right, motion by Brad,
I think they all sleep.
second by Kevin, all in favor?
with his buddy up.
I didn't want to.
All right, motion carried.
didn't want to take over.
Can you
Okay,
raise up?
public comments, 3 minutes per speaker. Any public comments? All right, don't look like we have any court comments?
I have a couple. Union Church Road, I guess, maybe the weather and the rain has got the beams on the side of the road there going towards the church. Just on the other side of the beams, the road is starting to break away. There's nothing to reinforce that. Might be looked at, keep it from falling off the hillside. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah,
It's just cracked recently.
we've dealt with that for years, that whole hillside is sliding, and when they went in there several years ago, put tile on, they didn't get them deep enough, and so it's.
Well, where the beams are is fine, but where they stop, it's just above that now, it's starting to crack away.
Yeah, the whole hill sliding, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had the same issue on the, yeah, it's just, yeah, we've been, yeah, for years.
The other one is 322 and 22 Crossroads. I know it's not my district, but I've gotten some complaints. We know over the years, we've had a lot of wrecks there. Can we get some help there? I thought the flashing lights was a good sign to help people, but I've had people say they're following people, and the lights ain't flashing, they're just driving through the intersections. I know, I think a couple of weeks ago, they had 2 wrecks out there.
Well, I said this in the public meeting last time, you can't fix stupid. There's a stop sign right there in the middle of the road, and I don't know what you can do to change it. I mean, other than just arrest them when they just maybe get Josh to go down and just arrest everybody. I don't know.
Well, I shared, where 322 goes to 53, they did away with the other lane.
Yeah, I
You can
know.
come in- Well, I went that way today, a semi knocked the do not enter sign over, and there's semi tracks going out that road, where the road's gone. So yeah, like you said.
You can't fix it. But I really don't know what to do. I mean, the state they went above and beyond for that. They put them flashing lights in and trying to,
Well, I think Stevie just recommended a four-way stoplight where everybody has to slow down. That's the problem.
well, they don't stop at Pleasureville.
Yeah, you're that right.
I mean, really. So you're still gonna have it. I just don't know what you can do that's gonna change it. Because it's hard to tell what they spent this last time out there, putting all those flashing lights in where they got triggers on them where they flash.
I've seen them ran over at least twice.
Yeah.
When they knocked them down.
Yeah.
Maybe you can put a turnabout there.
Well, that has been brought up, Jason. They said if we could get a turnabout in there, maybe we could get them slowed down when they come through. So maybe- Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
They got all over them. Everybody sit there and looks at who going first.
Yeah.
All right, any other comments? All right, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion, so Brad don't have to.
All right,
I'm not making it.
can I get a second?
I'm even gonna,
Second by Danny. All right, all in favor?
y'all did his wrong, go sleep.
I think Brad, one of the names will take it.
Next week, snow.